Hey Frankie! This is my third video, my second that I've filmed this week, and I said I was going to do a bit of a wedding video. I started filming this once before and I realized how long it was actually going to take to explain everything in my wedding. So I've decided to break it down into a couple minutes a piece for the videos so I can upload them at separate times and just kind of focus on certain things to make things easier. So basically, our wedding is on a budget. We have a $5,000 budget, which is very small, and I wouldn't want it any other way because, quite honestly, I'm going to be in school full time. We have our own place, we have our own lives. We really can't afford anything more than that, and I'm okay with that because I really like to craft, and I like DIY stuff, and I like the look of weddings that are really personal like that. I am not super classy or uppity, I guess. I don't need the best of everything. I don't have dreams of like the perfect wedding with 300 guests and plated 5-course meals. It's just not my thing. And anyone who knows me knows that. I have a bit of a different taste than some people, and having a wedding is no different. I've seen a lot in planning this wedding, which we actually ended up planning in about 3 or 4 months. Originally we were going to get married next October, and then it occurred to me that I have a lot of stuff planned already, and if we wait until next October, it's just going to be that. It's going to be me waiting for the next year with nothing to do, going completely insane. So we pushed it up to this October, which we're the end of August now, so about 2 months away. And so that way I could keep busy. We could just get it done. We're excited. We want to get married as soon as possible so we can just start living our lives together. So yeah, basically since I've started planning this wedding, I have seen a lot of posts online and a lot of like vlogs and things on Pinterest, and it's basically like how to plan your wedding on a budget, how to plan your wedding for $5,000, $7,000, $10,000, whatever, the low end of things. And my advice for people who want to plan their wedding on a really tight budget is some people can't. It depends on your style. It depends on what you're willing to sacrifice. It depends on how crafty you are, how many friends you have that are willing to help, and the people that you know and who are willing to do things for you for free or for reduced cost. And whether you're willing to sacrifice some things, like maybe photography or having the best of the best of the best. That being said, this video is just basically going to explain the big things that I can't really show you because they're things that are only going to be in effect on the day of the wedding. So basically our venue is a rustic, it's a club, but the inside looks kind of like a refurbished old barn. It's all exposed wood and beams, and it has this huge stone fireplace on one end and these chandeliers, and it's awesome. It's my style. I do not want a hotel wedding or a tented wedding or anything like that. We ended up getting the venue for the entire weekend, so we have it Friday for setup, all day Saturday, and Sunday for the teardown. And it also includes having the owner of the venue there on site to help us out and to act as bartender. He takes care of getting the liquor license, he takes care of getting the alcohol, serving the alcohol, and keeping an eye on things like, I guess, a bouncer would do. That's all included for $600. And I realize that that is extremely cheap. And like I said, it depends on where you live. I know that people who live in a city are not going to be able to find a venue like that for that price. The venue that we have is about 35 to 40 minutes outside of the town in which we live, so our guests do have to make a bit of a a bit of a drive out there, but I think it's well worth it. It's my style. It's a bit different, and it's really well priced. And we've always wanted to have the ceremony be outside, which it works out. The two other big things are photography. And I know a lot of people say if you're going to spend money on your wedding, the most important thing is photography. I don't feel that way. To me, photography is kind of like, you should have photos, clearly, but these posed pictures that you see on Pinterest all the time, and like people spending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on photography and videography, by the way, don't get me started on that. It's insane. Like, my favorite thing, like looking back on photos of my grandparents' wedding and my parents' wedding and people that I know who have gotten married, they don't have these expensive photographers taking professional photos of everything. Like, there's a few photos of them, like with the cake and the ceremony and a few formal portraits, and that's pretty much it. You're not going to blow up every photo that's taken of you and put them on your wall or in an album. I feel like most people just want these pictures to put on Facebook to be like, la la la, look how pretty I look. Look at all these photos. Look how many people love me. And I mean, I love Facebook just as much as the next person, and I will put up photos on Facebook. But to pay that much money for pictures when everybody has a cell phone with, or like a camera that can take really good photos, like most people have these things, and you're going to get pictures anyway, unless you're having an unplugged wedding, which we're not. So yeah, I just don't see that as being super important. We found a semi-professional photographer that knows my parents and who I've seen who has done a few events in the past, and he's charging us $400, and that's for the entire day, morning until the end of the dance, everything included. And he's going to do some touch-ups, some editing, not a lot, because we do want like really natural photos. And we want our, like, the unedited images, because we don't like a lot of the hokey editing that a lot of wedding photographers do, like with the blurring and like just color pops and really like lots of contrast. We don't like that. So we're just going to get a lot of unedited photos of us. Luckily, we have a very photogenic group that are going to be a part of our bridal party. It should be fun. And lastly, for this video, is catering. I know a lot of people say catering's the most expensive thing. You want to have good food. You want to make sure there's a lot of food. You want your guests to be full and to be satisfied. And that's the thing that most people talk about from the wedding, is how the food was. We're not getting a traditional caterer. My parents are taking care of the food for us as a gift. And basically my mom is going to be buying the food and cooking the food. She has a few people who she asked to donate their time to work with her in the kitchen to get everything ready and to serve on the day. My mother will not be in the kitchen on the day of my wedding. She's not allowed. I've already told her that. So she does have 4 people that are set up to work in the kitchen, preparing the food, setting it out, and serving. We're having a buffet style, and it's going to be turkey dinner. So like turkey, mashed potatoes, dressing, cranberry sauce, vegetables, that type of thing. And we are going to have lasagna that my aunt is making, which we love, as a pasta dish in case people don't want turkey dinner. And we're also going to have seafood chowder that my grandfather is going to make, which is delicious. So if people want a variety, they can have a variety. And then we're having pies, I believe, as a little bit of a dessert. And then we're having cupcakes as our wedding cake. And my mom's taking care of that as well. Jonathan's mother is going to do the top layer of the wedding cake. So there's only going to be one small top layer that we're going to cut. Then everyone else will have cupcakes. And yeah, so that's the first 3 big things to do with planning our wedding. We got that stuff out of the way right away when we started planning. And like I said, if you're willing to sacrifice like getting professional, best of the best, everything, and doing things yourself, that's the first step to having a budget wedding. So thanks for watching. This probably was really boring. I feel like I've been talking about wedding stuff forever now, and you're probably getting sick of it. But just think, it's almost over, and then I won't have anything else to talk about. So anyway, we'll see you later. Can't wait to see your next video. Bye!